Hey guys, what's going on? It is Chris here. We are looking ahead to today's very nice five-game slate here for the WNBA for Tuesday, August the 19th. As normal, hope you guys all had a pretty good weekend. And if you guys do, go ahead and like the video, leave a like. I definitely do appreciate it. And also hit that subscribe button for more WNBA FanDuel lineup advice videos. And we also do NFL and NBA as well for FanDuel once those come around for the regular season. So, we'd love to have you guys come join us for NFL preseason. Next week, it's only going to be $8 for the entire week if you guys want to come join us since it's the last week of the preseason. And we also have some college football going on as well coming up. We don't do videos for those, but we do lineups, and we're pretty solid with college football. So if you guys are interested in that and NFL, let us know, like I said, for premium. And then we have NBA coming up as well. NBA is going to be a lot cheaper this year. Last year, it was, I think, either 250 or higher. This year, like I said, we're going to make it a lot more affordable for everybody. It's going to be 120 for the entire season. Like I said, and if you do before the season starts, we can get you in on NBA preseason for free, and also get you in a couple months of NFL for free if you guys get on the NBA season pass here within the next couple weeks. So if you guys want to get in, check any of that out. All you have to do is check us out on Twitter. They'll be in the comment section below. Click that link there and message us. If you guys can't message us, send us a follow or tell us that you're trying to get a hold of us, and we'll do the best that we can. Anyway, let's go get into this one here. Like I said, we have a five-gamer. Our first one of the day is Minnesota taking on the Liberty. We do have a 165 and a 2.5. So, looks like these teams have been playing each other for the last couple days. Liberty, they played on the 10th. The Link beat the Liberty, and then they beat them again on the 16th. So, and the Link have a six-game winning streak. So we'll see how this one goes. Once again, they are playing again. Let's go check out Minnesota real quick. It is an up pace here for Minnesota, quite a bit. I mean, they've been playing normal, but um, the Liberty are the number one pace team in the league, and Minnesota's 11. So, like I said, it is an up pace for them. Courtney Williams at 6,700. Really don't mind her. She shot 18 times last time out. I think she is a solid cash game play for you guys. DeJounte Carrington, this one's a very interesting one here. She played 29-24, then ran only 13 minutes. I do expect her to have a bounce back here. Hopefully, she plays at 5,100. I think she can probably get you 22 plus if she plays minutes here. So I just don't know what happened there. It didn't look like any foul issues. So hopefully, they put Carrington back in there because I'm going to go back to the well with her. Same thing kind of was going on with Carrington. That's going on with Jessica Shepard. Um, didn't really play minutes the first time against Liberty, and then played more against them the last time. So Shepard at 6,100. Like I said, she's in a good spot if you think she's going to play the full minutes. Don't know why she played only 19 against the Liberty. Looks like they went to their bench a little bit more. Minnesota did with Maria. And once again, I don't know what they're gonna do. 23 and then 13. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be surprised if Shepard's more on the. She's gonna have more minutes. You can definitely put in Maria in some deep, deep, deep GPPs only, but overall, I probably wouldn't mess with her. And then Elena Smith at 6,900, another solid cash game play. She's really been stepping up on the defense recently, and I do not mind that. She's had what combined seven steals and blocks, and then five the next time against the Liberty. So I mean, at 6,900, steals and blocks are three each over here on FanDuel. So it's definitely worth a shot. Anna Smith in this one. Moving on to the Liberty side here, looking at the guards. I think they're okay options. I don't really have any of them overall. I don't mind looking at Emma Mieseman, I think that's how you say her name. She's been doing really well, playing pretty good, really high usage rate. And I think she's going to continue being all right. But like I said, Minnesota is one of the better defenses, and you saw them struggle. Emma struggled against Minnesota, so she is an overall Minnesota, and then Minnesota 25 and 24. So holy over owned. Maybe a deep GPP. She has a good game here, but Minnesota is a pretty good defense. So overall, I'm looking at more of the Minnesota side on this side. Um, like I said, Courtney Williams, DeJounte Carrington, Elena Smith are probably the main ones to look at, and then obviously Shepard and kind of some GPPs. Moving on here to Connecticut and Washington. We have a 157 and a 6.5 here, so both of these teams are kind of middle of the road in pace. But one thing I do want to mention here is Connecticut's really been playing their starters like massive minutes recently in the last couple games. They really haven't been using their bench besides Sanaya Rivers, and she's the most expensive on the guard side. Um, I don't mind looking at her. She's not really a high usage rate player, so she really focuses on her assist and her rebounds. I mean, and her blocks. So she's an okay play at 63, though, man. It's getting up there, but she's playing good minutes off the bench, though. Like I said, I'll definitely give them that, doing that for them. But like I said, it's a little 6,300 is a little much. I mean, you got Marbury in the starting lineup, and like I said, you'll see the last couple times their minutes are massive, 35 and 37. So don't mind looking at Marbury either. She's going to play that high of minutes. I just don't know how much exposure I want to this game because it's one of the lower totals, but. Like I said, Connecticut, they're literally playing their starters massive minutes. Like, lock in here, I think that's how you say her name. 33, 30, 38 minutes, 7, 4, 14, 3 steals. I mean, I'm probably going to have a couple lineups tonight. I'm probably going to have a lineup of two or three Connecticut players just because they're playing so many minutes. I mean, I could see this as a game stack. I know it's one of the lower totals on the slate with a 157, but both these teams really aren't that good. And I think this game should stay close. And I mean, Connecticut's playing slightly better, I guess. Especially, like I said, they're playing Morrow a ton of minutes. I mean, if you guys remember, she was playing 15, 20, 22, and then randomly 24, 28, 34. She just came out of nowhere. So once again, I just think if you guys are playing multiple lineups, you got to have a Connecticut Sun stack and then maybe a Washington Connecticut game stack as well. I just think this could be in a good spot. I don't want to make it my main stack because they could get blown out or something could happen. Um, but like I said, they have really tight rotations right now for Connecticut, so really don't mind looking at that. It looks like Edwards. I forgot Edwards got traded over here too. She's not really playing much, so. And then moving on over here to the Washington, the Mystic side of things. Once again, I think they're okay cash game plays. Austin's okay. Kiki's all right as well. I'm not really on Emily today. And then over here at the guard position, Citron's all right, and that's really mostly that I'm looking at. So probably more of a Connecticut stack. And like I said, I wouldn't put that everywhere because they're so bad. But I really don't mind looking at Connecticut here in this one. Seattle and Chicago. Moving on, we have a 158 and 11.5. Yeah, don't really have much going on here. Reese's game time decision. Like I said, these Seattle starters, they're all okay options, but if it's a blowout, they're gonna rest. So just keep that in mind. So I don't really have anyone that I must have. Dominique's still too much at 53. So if Reese is out, maybe Cardosa, but I just don't really have much. It's 11.5 spread and it's 158. So to be honest, I'm probably mostly gonna fade that game. Um, I mean, maybe GPP's a 1K, but that's mostly all for me. Moving on, Atlanta Dream and the Aces. We have a 164 and a 1.5. Aces are on a 5 or 6 game winning streak, so they're looking pretty good. And then Atlanta is one of the better teams too, so I don't mind getting some exposure to this one. We got Howard and Gray. I really like Howard. The reason why I do is because she can definitely pop off on the offense, but also she has a lot of upside on the assist. Kind of like we saw against Seattle, 25, 1, 7, and 2. So I don't mind Howard here for about 32 to 35. I think it's going to be a slightly harder here against Las Vegas, but I think it's still not bad. If I had to pick, I guess I would probably go Alicia Gray, but she's kind of been in as well. So I don't know how much Atlanta exposure I want. Jackie Young, though, on the other hand, is a good GPP play. She's been popping, not popping, not Jackie Young. Is it Chelsea Gray that I'm looking at? It was Chelsea Gray. So Chelsea Gray is the one who's been popping off 39, 35, and 31 minutes. Like I said, they've been on a good win streak. Her assist totals have been really, really steady. Even if she gets you 27 to 30, 31 at minimum, it's still looking good for Chelsea Gray. So I don't mind looking at her at 62. And then over here at the forwards, if you can get Ajaya Wilson in there, once again, she's good for 55 to 60. She does really good against Atlanta in the past, and then over here really just don't have much. So really going to be fading the most of that. Most of that. I mean, you can look at Jones and Hillman if you want to, just because it's a close total. But they haven't really been doing a ton. I mean, and then you got Smith here at 52. Once again, doesn't play a ton of minutes, but she might be able to get you 5,200. But I just don't see a ton really going on in this area. If you want to go deep, deep GPP, Naz Helen has been playing slightly less minutes. If you, like I said, deep GPP only, Nia Coffee, 12 and 13 minutes, not much, but she's been doing okay in those minutes. That might be able to get you Isaiah Wilson in there, and if Coffee gets you 17, and Wilson gets you 65, there you go. So that's what we got going on there. Next, we're moving on to Phoenix and Golden State as our last one. We have a 155 and a 6.5 here by the Mercury. Golden State Valkyrie really have been playing a little bit better recently, and Mercury haven't been too bad, but haven't really been too great either. So nobody really too crazy out in this one, so that's not bad. So let's try to dive into it here. So yeah, like I said, I really don't mind looking at Golden State here. I think if I remember correctly, let me go check my notes real quick here for you guys. Um, Okay, so yeah, so Phoenix Mercury are the third place team in the league, and Golden State Valkyrie are the 13th. So it's very important. Pace up is really good for teams like Golden State here, and also Mercury ranks sixth in points per game, and Valkyrie are 11th. So like I said, it's gonna be a pace up here for the Golden State Valkyrie. So you got Veronica Burton at sixth. I think she's an all right cash game play, stepping up a little bit on her offense. Still, kind of all over the place, but like I said, I think it's an up pace game here, a little bit faster. It's not the highest spread, which is good as well. So I think Burton's in play at 6,000. Um, let's go look at. So sorry. There we are. So nothing really else. I'm feeling Tiffany Hayes maybe, but I would definitely have Burton in this situation. Then you got Cecilia at 5,800. I still think she's still pretty cheap, playing in the low 30s. Had a game against Atlanta, but besides that, she's been pretty solid. So I don't mind her here, like I said, in a slightly up pace here against the Phoenix Mercury. And then Janelle, not really into her too much. So only a couple. Golden State, I don't mind. Moving on to the Phoenix side, Thomas and Sabelli, they're okay in cash games. You can get them in there. And then over here at the guard positions, Copper and Bonner, same thing. They're all right as well. So don't mind a couple of guards from Golden State. So let's go give you guys a skeleton lineup and see what we can bring up for you. So yeah, I really don't mind looking at Courtney Williams at 6,700. Gray and Howard, they're in really good spots as well. If you don't want to spend up for her, like I said, Chelsea Gray at 62 is looking good. If you want to do that Connecticut stack, as I mentioned, I don't mind it. Like I said, Lock-in, I think that's her name, has the most upside because of her steal upside, so I really don't mind her at 6,000. But like I said, if you're worried about Connecticut, you got Burton as well against Phoenix in an up pace here for Golden State. Moving down a little bit, I don't really have a ton. Like I said, DeJounte Carrington, but her minutes were a little weird last time, so that's the only thing with her. But besides that, really don't need to go anywhere down there. Move it over here to the forward position. As I mentioned, if you can get Wilson, get her in there. She's probably my favorite out of all of them. Elena Smith, as I mentioned, at 6,900 has upside in the steal and block department, so I really don't mind looking at her. Jessica Shepard overall is not in the worst spot, but like I said, we don't know. Is she going to play 19 or 30 minutes? I think she's going to play on the 30 side, so I think Shepard's safe in cash games. But like I said, But I'm going to say she's going to play 25, 30 minutes, and then we got Cecilia as well at 5,800. Uh, that gives you 4,200. So you're going to have to mix and match a little bit better than that. Um, who else do I like down here? Like I said, coffee and deep GPP, but there's not a ton of value as of now. Maybe some value will come out. Oh yeah, that is. I totally forgot to mention her. So I'm gonna go look here real quick. I'm thankful that I saw that for you guys, and hopefully she pans out. So I'm gonna go look at Golden State 1 second real quick for you guys. So Malik Billings and Rupert are both out, and Thornton are all out, right? So who does that leave? That leaves Cecilia, Janelle, and an aging um, Timai. I think that's how you say her name. So one of them gets in foul trouble. They're going to need somebody off the bench. Who do they have? It's out. Rupert's out. Look who it is. Don't know how to say her name. Not going to mess it up. But She played 13 minutes, and Rupert did play that game, and she still had 22. So at 3,400, and Rupert's going to be out. Like I said, Rupert played in this game against Atlanta, and she still had 13 minutes. So boom, I'm going to put her in there. Forgot about her. That gives you a little bit of money at 5,100. I probably gave away a secret, but like I said, guys, hopefully she pays off. But please play her. I love her. She's in a good spot. I totally forgot to mention her. Like I said, there's like I mean, look at this, out, out, and out. I mean, and like I said, Rupert did play the last one, so I think she's going to probably get you 15 to 18 minutes. That's 11 minutes right there. So I mean, there's no other forwards out there, so she's got to be one of the main ones. So that's what we're looking at. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. I appreciate it. And also hit that subscribe button. Still about 25% of you guys are not subscribed. So if you guys could help out the channel, that would be nice. And also, we have premium. Check us out on our Twitter. That will be in the comment section below. Click that link. We'll get you guys all set up on premium. All right. Once again, thanks for watching. Hopefully, this video helps out. And we'll see you guys in the next one.